Hello people. The French Dispatch by Wes Anderson, another aesthetic and quirky gem of a film. This time, good old Wes also had another surprise for us up his sleeve. He made his first animated music video, featuring some wonderful drawings by the illustrator Javi Aznarez. I thought I might have a bit of fun with this way of drawing, so today I invite you all to a draw-along where I'll be drawing a fictive little charming cafe, featuring the very stylish way of drawing that Javi Aznarez has. This is a drawing tutorial for anyone. If you're sitting out there and saying that you can't draw, I promise you in this one you really can. This is a tutorial for anyone. Let's draw.
Before me I have a plain piece of A4 and a blue fine liner because I ran out of black fine liners. You can of course draw with a pencil or whatever you might have of drawing materials. We'll start things off very easy with just some straight horizontal lines. Before you scream, hey, that's not straight, it's actually the whole point of this style. Aznarez has a distinct wobbly line. Not that it's imprecise in any way, it's just wobbly. Five lines in all, the two top lines being quite close to one another. Then we switch to some vertical lines, but without drawing in the middle and top section of our horizontal lines. We put in some small bolts here because these little small, somewhat realistic details are also to be found in his work. We add some horizontal strokes to create the illusion of wooden planks. And there we already have a K. Now around here, from about the second log from the left and then a bit up, we will start the cafe. It goes up to here and then to the right. And go down a bit and then back. Small line here to the corner and then down we go. At the bottom, a small circle. With about a centimeter's distance, we add some lines here. And there we have it, down pipes. We finish off the main construction of the building with a line here, here, and down here. And then of course a line from here through the downpipes. The cafe needs a door, of course, so we will draw in a rectangle here. Another rectangle over here, that's going to be a window. And another rectangle on top here. So here at the door, we're gonna have the top of the door tilting down. Then it goes down, and then due to perspective, the bottom of the door tilts upwards. A bit of decoration on the door here, feel free to freestyle. Now Aznarez's design is remarkably flat in terms of perspective, but sometimes we actually see perspective lines in his work. And just a little doorknob here. Rectangular windows will look nice for this building, I think. I try to align them with the door so we get a bit of harmony in here. Put in some frames. And importantly here, just a line here that separates the two windows. Making these tiny realistic details in here really does a lot of difference. A parasol could sneak in here, which is basically, I draw it like a circle for the top, and then two curved lines go down here. A few lines makes out the string, and then this kind of skirt, the drapery here of the bottom. We have a pole symbol line here, which ends in an oval. Simple as that. And just a few lines here following the curve of the parasol to make that drapery. This is an old charming building, so we will have a small carnap up here. Of course also with a window in it. And having this carnap kind of going out of the frame leaves a bit of imagination for the viewer to kind of wondering what's on top of the roof here. Now I'm gonna design the window slightly different here. Maybe this time adding more and smaller windows into the frame here. This gives a nice character, I think. Small lines here connecting to the corner. Now for the roof. We simply add vertical strokes with about 1 centimeter distance on the entire roof. For the roof tiles, you simply add a curve going downwards, the next curve going upwards, and so on and so on. This way you just continue all the way over the roof. It demands a bit of attention here, but it feels rather nice once you get into it. This is the part where you can put on the song Aline and just sing along while you draw these roof tiles. This is beginning to look like something. Just a couple of windows over the door to go up a level in charm. I'll add the name here, just cafe, and a small tip. You can do the letters simple like this first, and then afterwards you can add these little serifs, and then you can also go ahead and make the type a bit more bold. You can of course choose to just write the letters the way you want to. A cafe needs chairs. This cafe is not open yet, I imagine, so the chairs are standing up against the wall. Simple in design, just like these black steel legs here, and a couple of lines will be the wooden planks. Same technique as with the K, just horizontal lines, and then you have the illusion here of tree. We will have an oval for a table. I have this quirky design here of the legs. We can color in the oval, make things pop a bit. What else might we have? Oh yes, plants. I'm gonna draw the plant shelter here almost as a rectangle, only the bottom goes a bit in. For the plants we have these kind of soft little mountains here, and just kind of echo that shape within the plant here, and then add a couple of loose strokes here. And we have the sensation of something bushy going on. Not too much here. In the spirit of Wes Anderson, we will have symmetry by adding another one to the side here. And if anyone knows like where Wes Anderson has this whole thing for symmetry, like where does the man have this obsession with symmetry? Where does that stem from? That would be kind of interesting if some of you guys out there have that knowledge. That would be interesting to know more about. Now, almost done. What we really need now to add is something very important to Aznarez style, which is texture. And I think we're gonna start from the bottom at the sea here. Little curved fellas here that make out the little waves on the water. We will have some lines on our wooden logs, as well as some on the horizontal planks. And the art here is really to make them seem kind of randomized and not draw too much of them. Cobblestones, simple little curves. Again, see if you can place them kind of random. The end of the downpipe here is of course in shade, so we just add a few hatchings here to create that illusion. And then we want to have a few along the side and also on the bottom of the downpipes. This gives us a sense of shade but also of texture. In the door opening we create some hatchings, going horizontal and vertical. And on the left side of the roof tiles, some good long strokes. Same principle as in the downpipes really. And then we just add a couple of vertical strokes on the house, which I noticed that Aznarez does, and it's really remarkable how much effect these strokes have. Bit of contrast if you feel like it on the plant shelters, kind of framing in the cafe, I think. And a bit more texture in the top corner of the door opening. I'm feeling like it's finished now. Maybe just the windows. Give it a feel of wood here. And a couple of curtains. Alright, last minute decision here. To give it that playfulness of flat space playing against perspective, I add a line next to each log. The left ones get one on the right side, while the right ones get a line on the left side. Color those in, and then we actually immediately get that feeling of a perspective. There we go. I'll leave up the coloring part to you, and maybe you feel like putting in a character here and there to liven up the scene.
Thank you all for watching along, and also thank you for drawing along. I hope you had a lot of fun with this one. I wish you all a quirky and eccentric day, and until next time, have fun drawing. Is this symmetrical enough?